The first thing I want to say is congratulations, Kevin. Well done. I mean, um, you are a person who's always stood out to me for your professional generosity because you bring such a clarity about in this moment that we're in now. We need that hybrid approach. We need that polymathic, multidisciplinary approach. But the thing that I wrote down, you said at some point in your remarks about how design is often misunderstood. Design is misunderstood in a business context. It's not fully optimized all the time in a tech context.
Very, very few authors that I have enjoyed working with as much as Kevin. That any sort of event surrounding an MIT Press book would have the words hope, generosity, mentorship, lived experience, courage. These are not words that occur frequently enough in academic discourse, and they need to. One of the most important things that Kevin has taught me and is that everything is designed, and who has a seat at the table really does matter. And whether it is a physical design or a policy or a business, the structure of an organization, who's at the table, whose lived experiences are represented in that design are absolutely critical.
Kevin, well, first off, happy Pub Day. Just a +1 to something Natalie touched on, which is just tremendous gratitude for your professional generosity. You do so much to model and mentor students who are seeing you at this space, the intersection between engineering, business, technology, and understanding, as Bob said, that anything can be designed. I think you really give them a sense that it's possible and that they can be successful in this space.
And there's just something so wonderful and casual in your earnestness that comes through in the book. You created a book for the moment that we need, that met the moment that we're in, that you correctly used as an opportunity to be a leadership manifesto for the non-traditional career person, that stepped into an overarching explanation for what the world needs now to be better, without falling into design thinking nonsense. And so when I think about where you're going to fit into the canon of all of that, I think about that you found a way to say something that was specific to you, that left room for everybody else, that spoke to the big themes of the modern age, and then still had a major section of it right in the middle that was a blueprint for practitioners as well.
Or who can sign off on you, or who can co-sign you. And one thing that I really, really always loved and respected and knew you'd be a lifelong friend was the fact you never asked who co-signed me, who sent me, because me was enough. And, all the accolades and all that stuff in the Harvard and those, whatever the buzzwords are at that point, become afterthoughts. I told you this via text, and I shouted out as much as I could on Instagram to whoever that is. But you always believed in my big ideas, and that same little bitty podcast has grown to quite a listenership, and people actually reach out and say that I've helped them. And I'm like, man, I help you through other people that help me, and I'm just a vessel. So I'm eternally grateful for you, and so happy for this book to arrive, honestly, as I'm going through this trying time of grad school.
Diverse in thought, diverse in background, and skill set that is second to none. So really blessed to be in this space. Became a fast friend in undergrad. That was also a source of my pain, because his brother was always setting the curve. We had a brief conversation in the hallway, and I said, are you ready? Because you've been manifesting this for 2.5 decades. And at this point, the world is about to experience everything that.
I wish you could answer these challenges. But I think also the over translates to the covert. There's a lot of covert stuff that we mire through each and every day. gradient between gatekeeping and servant leadership. These are not new terms. They're, I'm sure someone has their name on the thought leadership on each one of those ends of the spectrum. But I do offer 7 dimensions of what it means to be in service. If you've ever been treated like the other at any time in your journey, personally or professionally, if you've been treated like the other, I want my book to show you that a lot is still possible for your